T-minus 10 seconds.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you can see, Cygnus lifting off on top of its Antares rocket on its mission to deliver supplies and science to the International Space Station.
ISS and TBC are nominal.
The first stage is now burning and will burn for 3 minutes and 20 seconds of flight before it cuts off at just about 3.5 minutes into the flight. That provides the initial thrust to get Cygnus going on its journey to orbit.
Altitude is passing 10,000 feet. Engines are throttling to 55% power.
Now more than 10,000 feet above the Earth, and everything proceeding smoothly.
And core pressures remain nominal. Vehicle engines are back up to full power. Nominal chamber pressure on the main engine. Power remains nominal. Altitude passing 30,000 feet. Engines remain nominal, as do core pressures.
Crowd watching the launch at Wallops there, cheering its liftoff. We're now 1 minute and 30 seconds into flight. Another minute and a half or 2 minutes to go until the first main engine cutoff, coming at 3 minutes and 28 seconds, but everything proceeding as expected in today's flight.
Pressure, main engine systems, and TBC remain nominal. So nominal, we're about 90 seconds from MECO at this point. Attitude remains nominal. Just passing 100,000 feet in altitude. Stage 1 systems continue to perform very well. Vehicle attitude is nominal. Engines and core pressure remain nominal at this point. Avionics systems continue to look good. Healthy power systems.
2.5 minutes into flight, less than or just over a minute left to go before that main engine cuts off.
Altitude just passing 200,000 feet. Attitude remains nominal. We started our slow throttle transition. Attitude and core pressures remain nominal. Roughly 30 seconds to main engine cutoff. Velocity is 10,000 feet per second. Engines is throttled back to 55% power. Altitude 300,000 feet. TBC skew for MECO is initiated. Attitude remains nominal. Engines remain nominal. And we have main engine cutoff. PSS disable and stage 1 separation. Storm is
here and there that everything is continuing as planned. The main engine's cut off right on time, and the first stage separated from the rest of the Antares rocket. Coming up next at the 4 minute and 9 second mark, we'll have fairing separation. The fairing protects Cygnus through the early part of launch as it's flying through the denser part of the Earth's atmosphere. That again will be at 9 minutes and 4 minutes and 9 seconds.
Stage 1 delta phi was nominal. At this point, we're in, and we have fairing separation.
And there you see an animation of the fairing separating, and here that happened just as planned. After that, the
TBC batteries initiated, and stage 2 ignition.
There it is. Stage 2 ignites, and that will be burning for 2 minutes and 40 seconds to continue Antares and Cygnus's climb into orbit.
The Castor 30 XL will burn for about 2.5 minutes. Castor 30 XL TVC performance is nominal. Attitude remains good. Vehicle power systems remain nominal. Attitude's nominal. Not seeing much consumption from the attitude control system.
Now 5 minutes into today's flight, everything continuing to go smoothly. You can see it's continuing to climb into orbit and take Cygnus and its 5,100 pounds of cargo on its way to the space station.
Attitude remains nominal. Power systems remain good. Altitude is 190 kilometers. We're about 90 seconds from stage 2 burnout.
Minute and a half left for stage 2 to continue firing. Then it will burn out once Cygnus and Antares reach orbit.
Just continuing stage 2 burn here. Vehicle attitude looks nominal. All vehicle systems appear very healthy. Vehicle attitude is nominal. Power looks good.
Just 1 minute left for stage 2 to continue burning.
Attitude remains nominal. Altitude is 210 kilometers. Attitude remains nominal. Power is nominal. Should be coming up on motor tail-off right now. We see the start of the motor tail-off at this point. Attitude remains nominal. Altitude is 220 kilometers. Motor pressure continues to tail off as we head towards burnout. And we have stage 2 burnout. Antares is in orbit.
Antares and Cygnus safely in orbit now, and stage 2 having finished its part of the climb into space. Got a couple more minutes now before the next milestone, which is when the Cygnus cargo craft will separate from Antares and let the rocket fall away. That'll be taking place at 9 minutes and 4 seconds into launch, so just a little over a minute and a half left for that.
Power systems still look good. Vehicle attitude is nominal. Vehicle power systems and attitude remain nominal at this point. Again, we're just awaiting payload separation shortly here. Attitude and power remain.
8 minutes now into today's launch, and again, as you're hearing, everything continuing to look good. We're waiting for the separation of the Cygnus cargo craft, which will take place at the 9 minute and 4 seconds mark.
Of nitrogen from the second stage attitude control system.
Cygnus is carrying with it 5,100 pounds of cargo, including more than 1,000 pounds of scientific equipment and samples that will be used in the many science experiments that go on board the International Space Station at any given time.
Attitude and power are nominal. Waiting payload separation shortly here. All systems still look good. Attitude is nominal. And we have Cygnus spacecraft separation.
And you see an animation of the Antares pulling away from the Cygnus cargo craft, which will continue on its own to make a several-day journey to the International Space Station, scheduled to arrive on Sunday.
Like they've got a good injection of Cygnus into the intended orbit. With that, we're going to sign off from the RCC and wish Cygnus a smooth journey to the International Space Station.